there's Dunbar Tower.
This is the Hound Pit's pub, closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
Actually, his nose is over there, but yeah.
Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
Why don't you just shoot them?
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Well, good. I will go meet this Admiral Havelock. Havelock will lock. Mission clues updated. Samuel the Boatman has smuggled you across the river from Coldridge Prison. He works for an underground movement opposed to the illegal reign of the Lord Regent and has brought you to meet the members of the organization. I didn't read that just a minute ago, did I?
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress. I'm sure the Admiral is anxious to meet you. It wasn't easy getting you here.
I assume not. You left stuff. I mean, there was a lot to that. You gave me the key, had a bomb in the safe, had someone leave me a sword.
I wouldn't hang about if I were you.
I'm talking
From what I understand,
to myself.
getting short.
Oh, subscribers, really, but it's the same thing. And then they left me a note right over there, that place, and then supplies, and of course Samuel. What is going on in there? It's a lot of noise. The outsider walks among us. Anywho, inside I go.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We've found our man. Even after 6 months in Coldridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
You bet.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. You've heard the stories.
Yes, I have. It still amazes me that someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
They
No one knows
cheated.
the real story, Trevor. We all have our suspicions. We'll know the truth in time.
I know the true
And
story.
quick. But I hope he understands subtlety as well.
Why, yes.
This isn't one of your fancy dress parties. The reality is that we need men killed. Have you ever killed a man?
Only with my wit. But it's a fair point as always. He'll be here soon, and I'm looking forward to meeting him.
We can continue
Hi.
this later, Lord Pendleton.
I
The man of
didn't
the
know the
hour.
range was that far, but yeah.
Corvo,
Hey,
I'm Admiral Havelock, a true servant of the Empire.
you have
like
ears.
you, until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous
That's good.
occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At
I
risk
can
of
support that.
execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Yay.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero.
Piero.
He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Alrighty. I will go meet
Yes.
this Piero.
Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Okie dokie.
Good to have you with us, Corvo. Nothing against the others, but there's no substitute for a man who's done his service for the crown.
And I have done a lot of service for the crown. Yes, indeed. Give me that.
Have you talked to Piero yet? He made the
Does it look
weapons
like
we left for
I
you
have
on
talked to
your way
Piero
out of
yet?
Coldridge
You
Prison.
told me to talk to him,
Go see
and
him.
I'm still here. No, I have not talked to Piero yet. Sheesh. I am taking what is rightfully mine. This tartlet. Whatever a tartlet is. Ooh, money under the bench.
You don't know what it means to work with a man who stood at the Empress's right
Eh?
hand.
What the? What just happened?
Piero still wants a word with you.
I walked over here,
Well,
looked at
he's
this
not a diplomat, but
box,
he's a
and I
brilliant-
teleported. I'm confused. I'm gonna get out of here. You're teleporting me now. That's wrong. People shouldn't be able to teleport. Hey, Ann.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of your master assassin.
Okay. You're talking kind of funny. Oh.
No!
That's not a good sound.
This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
I feel slightly wrong helping you with your well oil
That one
issues.
is empty. A new tank.
Is it? Are you sure? I can't tell. It's not glowing. Sheesh. I would set this down, but it'd probably blow up. So, I won't do that just yet. Here, have your
Perfect. Now plug it in.
evil oil.
Just get perfect.
I know
Thank
how
you.
to plug it in.
Here, see?
I went to MIT.
Assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean
What?
terror to them. If you just hold still, fit.
It is rather nifty looking.
There.
Ah,
Can you see normally?
no, I can't.
Lens out of alignment. There. Better now?
Nope.
I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions.
Stop screwing my head.
But our situation here is desperate.
Screwing around with me, man.
City for valuables and
Oh, wait,
I will
there you
sell
go.
them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Okay.
Tell me what I can make for you.
You can make... let's find out. You can make me some stuff. I might need some of that. I only have 3 of these. Oh, upgrades. Let's see what you can get. Crossbow stuff. Combat sleep dart. Well, that sounds useful. Effective immediately. Sword crossing, spring razor, pistol. Ooh, optics. Capacity for stuff. Bone charms capacity. I think I'm gonna get this. I guess just for now. Sleep darts I use rare enough anyway. Probably. I'd rather choke a person. Doesn't cost any resources. And it's cooler. And then I can carry them around. If you sleep dart them, well, they're there. Give me that. Yes, I do. Awesome. Now, everything else, I don't particularly feel a need for it now. How about we purchase some sleep bolts? Should I get full? I might find some there. Wherever I'm going. Where was it I'm going? I forget. I think... I'll just buy 8. Alright.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
I think you should take a lesson from Morden. I'd like to look around.
Very well. You know best.
I do.
Let me know if you need anything more.
Okie dokie. Maybe I should talk more like you. And then I would be a bit more understandable by my subscribers. I think I'm gonna read this book. Yes, I should read it in this voice. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin, whatever. It is through no fault of my... Okay, I can't do that. My own that the average citizen has expressed preference for Holocaust elixir. Too many words, blah, 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 wine, bitch, yes. It's magical, it's spiritual. No, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powder crystal? Powder crystal. Tivian ore? What's wrong with the metals of Bristol? And Bristol. King Sparrow feathers. If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the Academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. But this is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else. So you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city's in ruins, so no one's gonna miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Well, lucky you that I take everything. I'm gonna take yours, because it will then turn into money. What the? What was that? Hey, map. Southern skies. Okay. So, looking here. The upgrade now? Yeah, so we are right here, Dunwall, on the southeastern edge of Bristol. Serconis is to the south, which apparently is where I'm from. And then there's Morley and Tivia, part of the Isles, which is apparently in relationship to the northwest of Pandysia, which is big and crescent-shaped. The month of Earth. I can't read that second word. Yeah, I can't read these low-res words very well. Anyway, at least it's not Pandaria. Woo! Spin the vice! Spin it! Anyway, up, up, up it go. Let's see what else you got, Mr. Matt. Hello. What is this? Okie dokie. Hey, trunk. Oh, that was useless. Dead counter responsibilities. Mission lorry, blah blah blah. Plugging the counter pursuing, blah blah blah. Related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called reapers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, the yourself may apply for a test, and if accepted to a training tour, pay will be administered in coins and rations of elixir at 1.5 normal pay grade. So many words. Of course I've attempted to improve upon Selakov's designs, of course, and why not? After all, it's likely that his thinking was influenced in some way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Selakov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back, in your social clubs, and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but some day you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's Arc Pylon or Wall of Light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. Well, vivisection. Excerpt from the notes of natural philosopher. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within I found row upon row of teeth, and a baling running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assume she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Why do you... You know, at least our oil involves the animals that were dead already. A long time ago. Give me that. You well-cutting bastard. Oil processing. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time, as the man get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest part while it still lives. Stockhouse on the upper hand when it requires supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work at this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel filling. When the empty tank is held near the old refill, blah 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 blah. So, first off, oil tank dispenser.
My break with the Academy was explosive, for lack of a better word. I had to rebuild from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men.
Your brain scares me.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Well, that sounds kind of rude, you know, saying, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna put you in a extreme pressure tank. Have fun. Goodbye."
You must have known Sokolov at court. Clever, yes, but fundamentally a second-rate mind.
If Sokolov is a second-rate mind, what am I supposed to be? I mean,
I am a man of talent, but even a genius needs a patron. I have been fortunate to ally with men like the Admiral and yourself.
can I set this down safely, you think? Yeah, I want to set it down, not drop it on the floor.
We've had the
Stop
whale
it!
oil for a generation, but we haven't unlocked
A generation?
1/100th of its mysteries.
They've only been doing this for a generation. Did you stay up there? Good. I'm gonna fill all the oil real quick here. Why not? Woohoo! More oil! So, how do y'all enjoy the glorious process of cutting up living whales? Is it fun? Workshop key. Key? 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 Got a key? Good job on this light of yours. I cannot operate this machine. Unfortunate. I don't see a key anywhere. Oh well. Enough of that. Let's see. Let's meet the others. I'm not gonna even bother talking to Samuel. I know him already. I've spoken with him. Anyone else? What's down here? Okay, just go down. Go down. F. Let's drop. Okay. These objects are not 3D, but they're made to look like they are. It's kind of funny looking. Hey, processed whale oil. Grand. More. Old Port District sewer key needed. Does that go to the sewer? That's grand. Yep. Yeah. Let me up. Thank you. That was weird.
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
Yes, please. Hey. Hey.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress. But something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out. If I understand it right.
The Lord Regent coming to power?
Admiral Havelock made it very clear that we aren't to carry lamps outside.
Yes, because in the CU.
Maybe you haven't seen much of it, but the city has changed a great deal after the Empress died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the city watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all. We can't leave the pub. I've nowhere to go anyway. My apartment was in the flooded district.
The flooded district. What was it called before
Please
that?
follow me to your quarters.
Oh. Okay, Wallace. Anything else to say, Wallace? No? No? Well, fine. Now I have to follow you. I just feel wrong if I don't. Well, what, do I have like the penthouse suite here or something? You walk so slowly, mister. What is the pattern of his jacket called, I wonder? Any people know fashion very well?
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
And you want to give me privacy, so you stuffed me in the attic? Okay. Fine, I don't want to talk to you anyway. Ooh, water. The Helm Pits. Scudder versus Blackie. Come to the pub known for the best ales and the freshest blood ox stew. Blood ox stew? That doesn't sound very tasty. I'll be back, bed. Give me that. I'm exploring stuff. I got more people to talk to. Wasn't there? Huh. That's interesting. Hey, medicinal herbs. Herbs.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Items. River crust? Huh, interesting. Hey, what's that doing there? I'm glad they left out money for me. How nice of them. Store's... This window's closed. Oh no, there we are. Huh, what's out here? Let me explore a bit. We're gonna explore for a long time. This will be the exploration episode. Where's your wonder fish? No. Okay, 30. Hey, coin! Blood from the eyes! What's in here? Oh, this is a cute room. It's got dolls and flowers and color and warmth. Interesting. 2 beds. The Trials of Aptitude. Oh, read this before. How about you? The Fug... Is that Fug or Fugu or Fugue or what or something? I don't know. After the last day, a month of songs written in blah blah. New Year started at the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting high overseer calls for the hymn of atonement, and the feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands. Enemies put down their weapons and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others. deviate from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time during the astrological alignment does not exist, and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. What is an interesting tradition? Call to the spheres. I'll visit louder. It was the creation of Orchado, prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orchado pulled a lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Brian looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. Well, okay. Hello, anything out here? That is a drop. No. Da bakva. Whale meat. So, I wonder how they discovered this apparently super potent whale oil. Whale oil, of course, is something that we use in our past in reality, but it does not power electrical devices particularly. Although, I know jet fuel is like related to kerosene, and kerosene replaced whale oil, so the potential for it being used there might exist. I don't know. But I think all they really used it for was mostly light, with like candles or lanterns or some such. Hey, Mr. Pendleton. But they don't really use it anymore. Although I think I read that certain Native American clans or something up in the north or some such, I don't remember who, used it for like on food. Hey.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
Oh, that's his name, is it? Hiram Barrels.
There's something distinguished about you, Corvo. Was there nobility back in your family line? I wouldn't be surprised. Did you know I'm distant kin to the late Empress and her line? Not close enough, sadly. I'll never be Emperor.
Sucks for you.
Most of the nobility went straight over to the Lord Regent's side after the Empress died. Easiest thing to do. But to me, a noble birth requires a sense of loyalty.
Good man.
This city has fallen into ruin since the plague struck.
Loyal to money.
These poor weepers moaning and bleeding from the eyes. They say there's no cure for the plague once it advances that far. Terrible.
Indeed. What's in here?
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna take that. Powder crystal. That sounds fun. Hello? I hear sweeping sounds. I'm gonna check this room. Oh, hello, pub master room key. Nice. I found the key. Well, no, I found a key. A key to what? The master room, I guess. Wherever that is. A gaffer's tale. My sister Neva Tivia left here together saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who raised us in childhood, leaving behind the city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us a sizable inheritance and we spent half of this getting to the capital city, establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Ninia establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream, Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer... What's a gaffer? I don't know exactly. I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirits so, as the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. That's nice of you, having fun catching the whales so you can slaughter them. Excerpt from a book of naval history. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the city of Bristol, hoping to someday captain such a ship. A family of dynasties are made from those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard, making up words, in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies, such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Have log entry 1. Have log. I'm combining the words. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Peter spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass-produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as a dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. I beat your odds.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. With Pendleton's voting block and my military connections, all we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. End log.
Well...
This off. Switch. Where the hell is the...
He's the Admiral, he's never used an audiograph. You'd think they would, have those. Oh, what's this? Hey, Volume 2 of The Gaffer's Tale. Final passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isles, and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I have lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandisia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley. Gaff hand frozen from the fleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. Well, I feel kind of good, though, that he didn't... the whaling
Unless you
got
are
to him.
otherwise authorized. Violators will
Hey!
be subject to interrogation and
You are a
detained when
maid.
necessary.
Ooh, harpooner songs. Oh, hey! What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler?
The boldest measures
I haven't
are
listened to the
safest.
song since Tuesday. It's Thursday. I've got the sailor version stuck in my head. Here, look. I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who stray from the herd, for the foggy grey waste of the outsider. We will burn the bright fire with our virtuous actions, so that others will not lose their way, and those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes and fair places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. That was an interesting accent. Hey!
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service.
Yeah, for...
Your room is upstairs
I
and
see.
ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
I am not old man.
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
Hey.
I used to be the hostess here. Oh, I could tell you stories about that, believe me.
Why don't you?
You can
Attention,
call on
citizens of
Cecilia for the
Dunwall.
more menial
The
tasks.
Old Port
It's
District
what
has been
she's
added
suited
to
for.
the evacuation
That's
list.
nice of you.
The Weeper count for the month of seeds has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain.
I hope
Stay
the
alert
bed's to your
and
liking.
stay loyal.
Let me know if you have trouble sleeping.
Oh, I'll do that. Have fun cleaning stuff. Distillery. I guess that would be a nice thing to have inside your bar. Your own source of alcohol. Well, I guess there's nothing more to it. I could talk to Samuel, but yeah. I'm gonna go to bed. Think over here. Yes. Heck, stuck on the wall. I think I talked to everybody anyway. Except, yeah, no. A walls dude wouldn't talk to me.